what the hell's going on here? I mean, they're already trying to apparently circumvent the Ali Act or get the Ali Act removed. Right? The Ali Act not only prevents promoters also acting as a fighter's manager, but another thing that the Ali Act does is it allows fighters to be able to see the exact financial breakdown of a boxing show, to therefore make a judgment on whether they're getting screwed over for money or not. Without the Ali Act, the fighters don't get that kind of transparency. You see? And so you can understand why Dana White would want to get rid of the Ali Act. The Ali Act doesn't apply in MMA, apparently. That's why he's been able to get away with all the stuff he's been doing over there. And again, because the money in MMA is so low, it's so small compared to boxing, where else are these MMA fighters going to go? I'm not aware of any other MMA houses other than PFL when they did the deal with Ngannou, maybe a couple of other guys. For the most part, I'm not aware of any other MMA promotional companies that have a boxing style economic model where the fighters get the bulk of the money. I'm not aware of that. So who is really going to draw fighters away from UFC? You see what I'm saying? Whereas in boxing, if Dana White and Turkey try go down that road of paying fighters chicken change, do you know what I mean? Then that's going to stand the legacy promoters in good stead. You see it? Even if Turkey's got pockets as deep as the oil wells in Saudi Arabia and he's pouring all this money into this new venture with Dana White, if they're not paying the fighters more than Eddie Hearn would pay him, using the traditional model, or more than Frank Warren would pay him, or Bob Arum, or whoever, then the fighters are not going to go to that league, or at least they're not going to stay in that league. They'll go back to the traditional promoters, even an Al Heyman. This is the Achilles heel with trying to bring the UFC economic model into boxing. The competition is more fierce as far as promotional companies than it is in MMA. And we're just getting maybe a taste of things to come potentially from the likes of Oscar De La Hoya barking a bit here. Eddie Hearn has been kind of hinting that he will fight back, but it remains to be seen whether they actually back up their boasts.
What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, Bloodfire, people. Team Dubois have come out, airing out Joseph Parker. Yeah, let's get to the quotes. Bosh!
Right, because I haven't read, but I've heard people tell him, oh, he ducked him, he's scared. Hello, excuse me, a kid who went and fought Baby Miller, unbeaten fighter, destroyed him. Philip Hergovich, they said definitely not going to beat Philip Hergovich, destroyed him. Anthony Joshua, they deemed it a grotesque mismatch, destroyed him. What, we're going to then duck Joseph Parker? No disrespect to Joe, tremendous fighter, but sorry to disappoint you people, sorry to disappoint you, Joe. I think I've actually heard also Joe start to buy that concept that we may have avoided you for what? For what? No, hell no. This is the coach talking now with the coach's hat. No, you were not avoided. We merely pulled our fighter away from when doctors have recommended he doesn't fight. We pulled him off that. We're not foolish like yourself, Joseph Parker. You also on record said that you were ill when you fought Joe Joyce and you got knocked out. So you're the foolish one. Don't fight. This is going to all the fighters out there. If you're feeling unwell to the degree that you're not unwell, don't fight. Live to fight another day.
The other fighter on Wednesday that did do media workout was, in fact, Joseph Parker. And so what you're addressing is people saying, well, maybe Daniel saw or you saw something that Joseph was doing in the media workout and was like, nah, we don't want none of this.
Listen, so you've got my attention now.
Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint you. No, what I saw as a coach, I was laughing, yeah? The little bit that I saw that you and your coach were doing, I was laughing at that, yeah? You got away lucky, in my opinion, yeah? The shape Daniel was in, yeah? Stylistically would have destroyed you. That's why we chose you.
So that's the first half of it. The bars there from Don. Yeah, we was laughing at your open workout, and the shape we were in, we would have had a go on you, a proper go on you. We would have had. We'd have only fans your ass. That's what he was fixing to do. Don also not let slip. We know what I find odd is Shakur Stevenson was supposed to fight someone, Floyd Schofield. He pulled out, but he pulled out. The doctors actually came out and said he's not fit to fight. But with Dubois, that wasn't a doctor ruling it out. The team made the decision. He's not feeling right. Let's jack it in. So, on that basis, you couldn't have been that sick to get the no from the doctors, right? You was advised, maybe not. But the point, where I'm going with this is, people, listen, I like Dubois, yeah? At the same time, no, for me, what do I know at the day? Not a lot. But still, the spirit of the game, yeah? You're saying you were laughing at Joe Parker on the open workout. You're saying he was going to get it. I was saying he was going to get it as well. You see, you plumber from New Zealand, you are getting it. Yeah, I was saying that a whole bunch. You're saying, oh, well, you know, if we're sick, then we have to pull out. The only remedy here is to run it back. There's no point sitting and saying, oh, we didn't duck you, we was sick, but now we're going to fight you sick. Something don't sit right for me. And I understand the argument that, oh, well, you know, Parker was a voluntary, so I was saying that, why would he duck in a voluntary for, number one? Number two, well, Parker was a voluntary, so we don't need to fight him now. We chose to fight him and we can choose not to fight him. As far as... If Dubois wanted a pure gimme voluntary, he should have done that. When you start bringing in